We're gonna do something different today. We're gonna get nice and intimate. You're getting me raw today. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the show. So, YouTube CEO Neil Mohan has announced that he plans to expand the platform's artificial intelligence tools. This is to assist in content creation as well as moderation. Because his worldview is that AI is supposed to expand human creativity instead of replace human creativity. Is that what the money told you, Neil? Is it whispering to you like the Green Goblin mask? I've used that reference too many times now. It seems to me, and this is my dark theory, that YouTube, like many other industries, wants to move more towards AI for the purpose of replacing people. Not just internally, but eventually creators. Because yes, while creators generate revenue, that is still someone you have to pay. Because content creators, while they generate money, ultimately they're a liability. That's someone that YouTube has to pay, which is someone that Google has to pay. And if you can have AI replace creators to generate content that generates them revenue, then you don't need to pay anybody. So if you've followed my channel for a bit, you've definitely seen I've gone through many different phases. And recently I've toyed with AI. I'm not going to hide it. I'm not ashamed of it. And now that I look back at it, I'm not quite proud of it. Now, I wasn't doing AI slob voiceover posts. No, it was still my voice. It was still my words. I just used it to condense and find information as fast as possible to churn out as many shorts as I could with as little time as I had to be able to do that. It's like the one good thing about AI. It just saves you time. But then you start to realize that it's not always right. It kind of just fucking hallucinates shit out of its ass sometimes. It's almost like in college when you're writing an essay and you take paragraphs off of websites and you copy and paste it in and then you start changing words to make it sound like yours so it doesn't get plagiarized. It gets to like a Ship of Theseus point to where you're better off just writing the essay from scratch. And that's how using AI for research felt to me. It was a tool, it helped. It was just a faster Google, and Google gets shit wrong all the time. So if you condense the speed at which you're trying to attain information, odds are you're going to get things wrong at an ever-increasing rate. Because using Google to find information was just a condensed way of finding information in a library. And now Google is the library of old, and ChatGPT is the new Google, and all you're doing is you're just increasing the variables. Yeah, you get the information even faster than before, but your chance of getting the information wrong is even greater than before. So that's one reason why I stopped using it for the most part. And if you looked at a lot of like the images that I use or thumbnails, a lot of them were like this oil painted type of generated AI images. A lot of them were real images that I've taken, some of them of my face. Like if I made a short that was about a particular historical battle or an animal, and I was experimenting. I was just throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks. And that's part of the creative process, and I was using different tools at my disposal. And while some of them look cool, it felt soulless as well. So I'll leave those up on my channel because it's like just something I want people to like see the journey of me making videos came from. But when you get into like how much fresh water we use as coolant for AI, because you can't use salt water to destroy it, as well as like how much it's just jacking up the prices of RAM and a bunch of other components, it's ridiculous. And then you look at the stock market and it's a bubble more than likely that's going to burst. And a lot of people are going to lose money. So now YouTube, which is more Google's decision than anything, is doubling down further on AI, despite the YouTube community, larger community's outrage against it. Like a lot of creators are sick of the AI slop. A lot of viewers are too, but there's still those Fortnite type of consumers that will buy every goddamn skin. And now we have the gaming economy that we have. Just like how people get the government they deserve, people get the economy they deserve, people get the entertainment they deserve. As long as people keep consuming this garbage, there's always going to be a market for it, and therefore there'll always be a push, therefore it's always going to exist. If the general collective just decided to stop watching this shit out of moral principle, then it'd go away on its own. But no, there's a market for it. There's a lot of fecal paper bag huffers that just absolutely love huffing that shit. So I don't want to use AI in my creative process anymore. I tested it out for a little bit. It's neat, but I can do without it. And I think platforms like YouTube should just not use it at all. But at the end of the day, it is a tool, and that's one of his points. It's a tool to help people who don't have the capability or the necessary skills to succeed on the platform. People have been succeeding on the platform before AI was even a thing. you just start and you just figure it out. That's all you can do. You don't need a lot of capital. I mean, the setup I have is very cheap. I have not really updated it much since I've started, and every reason why my channel has grown so slowly, because it had a bit of a bump and then it started going slowly after that, is because I have changed my content more than Joe Rogan changes his opinion depending on who he's talking to. As every day goes on, is more of a net negative for humanity than a positive. There's a ton of benefits, but the negatives are far outweighing the positives right now. The way that it's siphoning resources and replacing jobs is at a rate that is too fast for us to adapt to it properly. And the people developing this shit are not even fully comprehending what they're developing, and they've said so themselves. It's evolving at a rate faster than they can understand it, but they'll keep feeding the fucking machine. I mean, it's literally Roku's basilisk come true. But Neil Mohan was talking about how they want to use AI for like straight up just full-blown content generation, or editing and clipping your videos. The only one that I really see is that's kind of useful is auto dubbing and lip syncing. But again, that kind of like takes away from people dubbing it themselves, like hiring people who speak different languages to dub. But I get that one a little bit more than the others. But something they have been doing with AI is content regulation. And a lot of people have reported being wrongfully banned or given community guideline strikes because of the AI. And they want to expand on that even further. You're using AI to regulate other AI and people. Ultimately, AI should not have the final say in banning an account. It's fine if it's flagging an account, but once that account is flagged, it should be manually reviewed. It doesn't matter how long that process takes. That's how it should be. It should be used as a tool to assist the people in doing their job. It should not be the judge, jury, and especially the executioner. But despite the general consensus being a reservation for the application of AI into every facet of our lives, companies are just doing it anyways. And honestly, you can't blame them. Again, it's Roku's basilisk. You might not want to, but you're going to end up losing, because if you don't, somebody else most definitely will. So its creation and its implementation and its takeover of every aspect of our life is all but inevitable. But like every human being that was born before the existence of AI, and as somebody who has used it, but I don't want to be one of those people that as I get older, I just let the world pass me by, and I'm completely unwilling to learn and adapt with the technology and, move with the times. I'm going to learn how to use every new bit of technology that is implemented in our society. I want to, because you can't stop it, and you're going to be left behind unless the entire planet just decides to go full Ted Kaczynski. So I'm not going to be like, oh, back in my day, and like this technology shit. It's like, what are you going to do when the lights turn off? If the fucking lights turn off, we're dead. Only the psychopaths are going to be the ones that survive when the lights go out, because they're fucking counting on it. And the preppers are just the ones scavenging for the psychopaths. But there are certain industries, and entertainment is one of them, that requires a human touch. I know McDonald's just did an AI ad, and it was received horribly, but any publicity is good publicity, and that probably boosts their sales in some way long term. Or at the very least, the money they saved in using the AI instead of like hiring a whole team to do that probably offsets it. But it's the way the world is going to go, and you gotta figure out how to navigate it, or you will be left behind. It does not mean you have to use it, you just have to understand it. And I know that's the pessimist in me, I really don't think there's anything anyone can do. It's inevitable, but we should still push back. If I ever get wrongfully terminated by an AI, I'm not going to go full Ted Kaczynski, but I will make it known my disdain. Anyways, it's getting late, and that bed is looking so good to me. I'm still figuring out how to budget my time. I should really hire an editor, but no, I'm not at that point yet, and I'm not ready to relinquish control, or for them to see how many times I pick my nose in the cuts. The pillows are calling to me like beautiful sirens. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and I hope to see you in the next one.